Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Christina Leandro Lopez, aka your classy hood chick. Thank you guys for stopping by and spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it because I know your time is valuable. So if you are not subscribed, please, first and foremost, I would really appreciate if you subscribed, like, and comment at the end. Let me know your thoughts. So I shared my last video, my shower technique and how I use it to manifest. And one of the manifestations that I mentioned was how I manifested my bathroom remodel. I really just wanted to kind of get back really quick and share a little bit of the details of how it came to my reality and how I was able to manifest it. So there was a lot of things in between that, you guys. And again, I'm gonna have to make separate videos because I can just keep going on and talking and sharing all the amazing things that I've been able to manifest, but I will have to definitely break it down into separate videos. But this time in my life, when like I said, I kind of held on to that manifestation for about 15 to 18 months. And in the midst of that, I was also manifesting other things that actually ended up coming to my reality. So one of them was, again, I mentioned I was in a toxic relationship. So I was really just trying to, find a peaceful way to get out of that relationship. And I manifested that. So again, I'll probably do separate videos where I can talk a little bit more about that. But so without getting into too much details about that, I still kept manifesting, just visualizing having a new bathroom and a new kitchen because it was just something that I really wanted. And so at this time, I'm now a single mom. In my career, I felt like things were getting better, but I was still struggling a little bit as far as building my clientele and, just closing deals and building up my commissions. But money was okay. It just wasn't as great. So I was in a place where I'm a single mom. I'm really working on trying to, build up my commissions through my sales, through my career. And I still had about $6,000 in debt left. So here I am, again, those doubts and worries are coming up because I'm like, damn, like, fuck, how am I going to pay the mortgage? How am I going to do this on my own with my son? And am I going to be able to do it? Can I do this? Like, all those questions were coming up for me. And I really just had to keep on reminding myself and going back to like, nah, girl, like, you got this shit. Like, you're happier. There's like a weight lifted off your shoulders. Things are going to work out for you. So I kept on holding on to, fuck yes, I'm about to have this new bathroom, this new kitchen. Mind you, I didn't know how the fuck this was gonna happen. I'm a single mom. I have $6,000 in debt. My career is I'm still trying to really build things, and I'm struggling a little bit. I'm having some challenges, and it's getting better. Don't get me wrong, things were getting better, but it was still just a little bit of a challenging time overall. So now I am talking to one of my girlfriends, one of my good friends. I'm talking to her, and she's a realtor. And so she was like, hey, like, what happened to that rental property you had in Indiana? And I was like, oh, fuck, man, I forgot all about that shit. So it was basically this rental property that I had bought out of state in Indiana, the city was in Indianapolis. And I bought it in like 2017. Well, it ends up, becoming a whole shit show. The property management and the real estate investment company that I had used to purchase the property basically like lied to us investors. The homes were not rehab, they were not renovated, they were not flipped, and so they were going through a big lawsuit. So mind you, I'm getting fines now on this property because I didn't fly over there to go look at it. I really just took a leap of faith. And so now I'm getting like these letters from their county and saying like I gotta owe, pay these fines. I wasn't paying the property taxes on it. Mind you, the property taxes out there were cheap as fuck. I think it was maybe like $200 a year. But anyways, I just was not dealing with it. To me, I just felt like it was a big headache. I didn't want to deal with it at that time. So I'm talking to her and she reminds me, and I was like, you know what, girl? I said, I'm not even fucking with that property right now. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm getting wholesalers who are calling me, telling me that they'll give me like $8 grand for it. Mind you, I have like 4,000 grand in fees. So what am I gonna make, like 4,000, 3,000 walk away with? Mind you, I paid 42,000 for it. And so she's like, no, let me look into it. Like, let me check. Let me see what the value is. So I was like, all right, cool, like shit. And so she ends up taking a look and she's like, you know what? She's like, you can probably get like 30 grand for it at least. So you ain't gonna make all your money back just because of the condition that the home was in. She's like, but you can make more than what these wholesalers are offering you. So I was like, oh shit, like, okay. So she goes, you know what? Let me hook you up with the realtor that's, certified in Indiana. And let me connect you to him and see what he can do. So sure enough, she connects me to him and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna go drive down and I'll take pictures of it. I'll send you the pictures. So basically, he ends up saying, yeah, we can list this for more than what those wholesalers were going to offer you. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. I'm ready to get rid of this shit and, see what's going to come of it. So sure enough, he listed the house on, I believe it was like a Friday. I think it was like a Friday he listed the house, and like by Monday he's calling me and emailing me. He's like, we got an offer and I really think we should consider this. And so we kind of go back and forth with the buyer on the negotiations, and lo and behold, we end up fucking closing the deal. I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. We closed the deal. They pay for the fines. The county takes their money for the fines, and I end up with a check of, I think it was like almost 20,000. And so I'm like, dude, that shit just happened so fucking effortlessly and easy. I was like, damn, I forgot all about that property, right? So it's kind of just like just to show that you don't know how it's going to manifest. So now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, did I really just like manifest $20,000 in 2 weeks? Because really that's what the fuck I did. In my head, I was thinking that this property was a complete loss. Don't get me wrong. I did pay $42,000 for it, like in however many years it was before, in 2017. So it was about 2 or 3 years before I had, paid. But mind you, at this point, I'm already letting the property go. I'm thinking that this is a complete loss. In my mind, I'm thinking I'm only gonna walk away with like 3,000, if anything. And that was just, to me, that 42,000 was just a complete loss. And that was okay with me. I accepted it because it was a leap of faith that I took. I wanted to gain experience. I wanted to, start gaining my experience as becoming a real estate investor and learning more about, the process of what it takes. And again, you're going to learn from mistakes, right? So for me, it was a lesson learned, and I was okay with it because to me, the 42,000 wasn't really shit compared to like California prices, right? Like I'm in Northern California in the Bay Area, like prices out here, you can't buy shit for 42,000. So for me, I was okay with it. I had accepted it. So yes, overall I did lose money, but ultimately at this point I had already accepted that. So I'm in a place now where I'm a single mom. I'm like, I still got 6,000 in debt left. I'm kind of trying to figure out, how things are going to work out. And boom, literally through a conversation with one of my girls, I ended up getting a check for almost $20,000. So I was like, oh shit, like fuck yes, like this shit works. So again, what I ended up doing was I paid off the rest of my debt. I also just was stacking money, through my work. I was just, becoming, trying to get a little more tighter on my budget, stacking money. And then that's how I was able to remodel the kitchen and the bathroom. So it all worked out, and it just worked out so effortlessly. And it's because I always tell myself that. I always remind myself that everything comes with grace and ease, and I get everything I want effortlessly. So it's really about creating the emotion by, the words you use and how you're talking to yourself. And literally, I feel like that's exactly what happened. But I wanted to share that and kind of just get straight to the point of how everything, all the details just kind of worked itself out. And you, like I said, it was with grace and ease. Like, it did not take much work on my part. This was already something that I already considered a loss. I wasn't expecting to make any money off of it. I had already expected it to be a loss. And here I am now, just in a conversation. The universe was just guiding me and aligning everything perfectly to where this conversation ended up turning into, like, 2 weeks later, I have fucking $20,000 in my checking account. So that was how I used that to, again, take care of the rest of my debt and to remodel my kitchen and my bathroom. And again, because I have family that helped, my dad helped a lot with my remodel, so I saved a lot of money there as well too. So it really didn't end up costing me too much what it could typically cost. But and when I did that too as well with the remodel, I wasn't even planning on it. Again, that kind of just all worked out as well too, because the pandemic hit. I had time off from work. I had time to work on projects, and I was just gonna repaint my cabinets and do it myself. But that Pinterest DIY turned into a whole $20,000 kitchen remodel. So that's another story. But yeah, I just wanted to share because it's always good to kind of hear how things just kind of connected, how the universe just made everything happen, and it just worked out perfectly. So remind yourself, when you're trying to manifest your goals and when you're trying to manifest things, just remind yourself that you don't have to think too much about it. You don't really have to worry too much about the details. All you really need to do is just get into the feeling and remind yourself of how great it's going to feel, and just feel in that joy, and use words that are going to help you make it effortless. And that's one of the things that I like to always remind myself. So I always tell myself, every time I manifest and I am asking for what I want, and I am asking the universe for what I desire, what I want next to create in my reality and in my experience, I always end with, it comes with grace and ease, it comes for the highest good for all, because I want to make sure that my manifestations is good for everyone. I don't want my manifestations to cause harm to anybody else. So for example, I remember reading in a book one time that this lady was trying to manifest, like back in her day, I think it was like maybe like $50,000, and she ends up receiving it, but she received it in the form of an inheritance. So she had an aunt who passed away. So for me, it was like that always stuck with me, that I want to make sure when I manifest things, it's not causing harm to anybody else. Yeah, I might want to manifest $20,000, but I don't want it to be due to a fatal car accident. You know, I don't want shit like that. I don't want to manifest any negativity. I always want to remind myself, for the highest good for all. Make sure your manifestations come with joy and excitement and for the highest good. You don't want to cause harm to other people, and with grace and ease and effortlessly. You know, you want to make sure that your manifestations towards your goals come effortlessly. Yes, there's action that's going to be needed, but that action needs to be inspired action. Things that feel good, that are in alignment to you and your goals. Using manifestation combined to reach your goals. Don't make it harder for yourself if it doesn't have to be. Really, you should be aligning yourself to where that action and that work, the hard work that you are taking, is exciting. It should be fun. You shouldn't be stressing yourself out, working hard, working jobs you hate, working 3 jobs, but still barely making ends meet. No, we want to focus on being able to manifest to reach our goals and make it effortless. Make it just come easy. You know, make things just line up, and remember that the universe is rearranging everything perfectly for your success, for my success. That's what I tell myself. Like, it's all aligning so that the action that I am doing. So yeah, I'm working hard towards my goals, but it's things that I like. It's things that I enjoy. The action that I'm taking is stuff that's fulfilling me. So it doesn't feel like hard work, right? You hear that, how people always say, you know, if you find something that you're passionate about, you never have to work a day in your life. That's that concept. That's that exact concept. So yes, we work hard, but it shouldn't feel stressful. It shouldn't feel hard. You shouldn't be doing things that you don't want to do, because that was what I was doing in the past, in my younger years. You know, I was just, you know, working these jobs that I was over it. I was fucking just tired of it, but I felt like I got to do this. This is what I got to do. I got to put in the work. I got to put in the hours. I got to put in the time, getting no sleep, commuting 3 hours to college to get my bachelor's degree. Like, I fucking put in work. But now, I mean, I am grateful for it and I am proud of it, of every moment of it. But now I want to be able to tell myself a new story. Like, shit comes easy. I get whatever the fuck I want with grace and ease, effortlessly, for the highest good for all. Nothing causes harm to nobody. I get what I want for the highest good for all with grace and ease and effortlessly. So creating that emotion, like I said, those inspired action that you will take should be enjoyable. It should be in an alignment to your goals and who you are. And I think that's really important. So again, that's just me always reminding myself, because it's been working and I see a lot of that evidence in the success of the different things that I've been manifesting. So I hope that helps you guys. And I just thought it was really great to kind of just share how everything kind of worked out through a phone call, and it just happened so effortlessly with grace and ease. And before I knew it, like, just that's when things just really started getting me to the next level and the next level. And it was just a snowball effect of amazing motherfucking things. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. I know your time is valuable, so I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts. And please share some of your stories. Like, people want to hear that shit. We want to hear it. Let us know, because it just keeps inspiring each other. Like, you know, inspire me. Tell me something you manifested, how it worked out. And let's just keep inspiring one another, because we literally can create anything we want and have anything we want in our reality. So thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. I love you guys, and I will catch up with you guys soon. Thank you guys.